The number of available homes has been on a slow and steady rise since the beginning of the year, except for this week, when inventory overall dropped for the first time in 14 weeks. Let's take a look at that and more in this week's segment of Market Watch. Hi everyone, it's Joshua Barks here, Associate Broker with Keller Williams Realty Boise and the Barks & Co. Real Estate team. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's segment of Market Watch, where we talk about the Boise area housing market and what is happening on a week-over-week basis. So this week is extra special because while inventory has been on a very slow, steady increase since the beginning of the year, this week we actually saw a dip in the number of overall available homes in the entire county. So last week we had 296 available homes. This week we only have 278. That marks the first week of inventory week over week on a decline in 14 weeks. Is that the new normal? Are we going to start seeing a decreasing trend, or will inventory still rise? Because I have yet to see over 300 active listings in all of Ada County on that week over week basis since last year, and we still need significant amounts. We had 177 new listings hit the market in the last 7 days, which is also down from last week's 194 new listings, so we need those listings. But here's the kicker, 215 homes went under contract in the last 7 days. So only 177 came on the market and 215 got pulled off, which is up from last week's 203 listings that went under contract, bringing our overall pending count to 778 homes pending. So 778 homes pending compared to the 278 that we have active and available. As we've been saying, demand is incredible out there and the market is white hot. Number of homes sold this week, we had 168 that had closed compared to last week's 200. So staying very consistent on the number of sales, especially for being the end of the month going into May. Next week, we're going to be talking about the market dynamics for what we saw in April so we can get our deep dive going. And fascinating enough, interest rates, when they dropped a little bit last week, they actually rose slightly this week, but we are still looking at just below 3%. I believe it was 2.98 according to Freddie Mac's 30-year fixed on a national average. So still a fantastic time for refinances and helping that affordability. But with inventory being significantly tight, it is so important to have an agent that knows how to navigate this market and can help you actually win the home. And on the selling side, now might be an incredible time for you to capitalize on the equity that you've gained over the last several years and make a move that can bring you the maximum net gains and then lock into that low interest rate into something that you're looking for. So if you're thinking about buying or selling right now, we'd love to be interviewed. My number is 208-914-1095. Send in your questions. I love receiving those so that we can put out future videos to help educate you on what's happening in the housing market, because it is crazy out there and it's so important to have somebody that has your back. Again, my number is 208-914-1095. Feel free to call or text me. My email is also at the bottom of the screen, and you can also check out our website for testimonials and other information as well. We'll see you next week for the deep dive in the market dynamics for April of 2021, and I look forward to seeing you then. Have a fantastic weekend.